Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Norn9, and, well, we're not quite in Sequoia's route, but that's the route we're going down, so we're with Spacey Makoto. um, yeah, so, anyway, we're continuing on. We're probably, since we're about to talk about the trader, we're probably about to the point where we choose, Sequoia, so, yeah. That, okay, anyway. Looking at those facts, we have come to the conclusion that we may have a traitor aboard. Finishing my explanation, I let out a sigh. Poor Koharu. She is taking this so hard, though I doubt any of us could hear that news and not be disturbed. But any consolation will have to wait until later. Now we need to finish this meeting. Okay. Are you sure we can definitely say that? Because that means you're implying that one of us, right here, right now, is a traitor. Well, yeah, it sucks. But looking at the evidence, seems like it's gotta be an inside job, you know? You would know, you punk bastard. You know what makes me so upset when I was looking at the route order thing? He's the second to last, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna ruin it for me, because we're finally gonna get to Aikido. Yay! We get to be... And then we gotta go to this motherfucker. You know what? You know what's gonna happen? I'm either gonna be like, no, I still hate you, or I'm gonna be like, oh my god, Ron is like so great. I don't know what's gonna happen, but... It's the douchey sunglasses and the open shirt. It's everything about him. Just, I don't know. Anyway. I'll judge him when we get there. I'm going to judge him harshly, though. I'm just saying. You saw it jacked up the wall was right. Oh, there wasn't much rubble and stuff inside. The only way that makes any sense to me is if you figure the explosion or whatever went off inside and just blew all that junk out. He doesn't really have a voice either because he never talks, so I don't know what's going to happen. Whatever. Huh. Where'd you get that idea? Whatever the case, we need a plan now that we know this is a possibility. Really? Masamune, you're siding with him? I'm not saying there's a traitor or not, but we can't say for certain. So as long as the possibility of there being one exists, we can't just sit and do nothing. Ron and Masamune seem to be in agreement with each other. Heishi is agitated. Before I realized it, I had already begun watching and judging everyone. I told myself it was the wise thing to do, but it hurt my heart to do it. Considering the damage done, I would say the traitor is likely connected to our attacker, or has offensive powers. See, that's what I've been saying, and this has all been a setup from the beginning. What do you mean? My voice is off right now, so I can't, I don't know. Anyway, the world sent this ship for us, right? You've seen how huge it is, but there are only 9 guest rooms, and that's it. But why only 9 rooms? And that's why I've started thinking maybe there are actually only supposed to be 9 of us on the ship in the first place. And we know technically there's supposed to be 10, but... It's just a guess. Because Aikido and Senri are halves. Anyway, we know that. Not a spoiler. We saw that in Senri's run anyway. I don't think so. Just like a hotel with 100 rooms is meant for 100 guests, isn't this ship only meant for 9 people because it has 9 rooms? Not if they're double occupancy rooms. But I don't think they're obviously designed not to be, but anyway. So, and 3 of us aren't supposed to be on the ship? I can't do her voice right now. My voice is, I don't know, sorry. Right. Oh, we already know one, of course. A little one. But the other 2... Itsuki! But if that's the case, why isn't the world doing anything about this? It dragged us all on the ship. Now it's just going to ignore us? Oh, Toya, you can communicate with the world, right? Has it said anything about this at all? No, not a thing. I've asked it a dozen times about the number of passengers we're supposed to have, but I've never gotten an answer. What? They don't give a rat's ass about us. I could have told you that. Hell, I bet you they're hoping they can get rid of us, since we've ruined their precious balance of peace crap. That's nuts. The world's sole purpose is to protect the peace. Why would it do something like that? Wait, could it be that the ship was not sent by the world? Whoa, cool it right there. Down in the wheel of the world is a crime, you know? I knew it. I knew this would not work. There's no way everyone will be able to stay friendly with each other like this. Keeping quiet about the infiltrators' goals gains us nothing. Well, that's enough talk of theories and suspicions. Right now we need a plan. For the moment, let's work under the assumption that we have a traitor among us. If we can't do at least that, we won't get anywhere. Also, remember, there could be more than one. Our best plan of action is to just get everything in front of everyone, I guess. What do you mean by that? We set up a policy right when we first got here, right? No prying into people's pasts and powers. Well, I say now we ditch that. Everybody has to come clean on where they're from, what their powers are, everything. True, if we know what powers everyone has, it would at least narrow down our list of potential suspects, don't you think? I refuse. I'm not discussing my powers. Why? Personally, I think it's a pretty good, solid plan. No, it isn't anywhere close to good. I'm not a traitor, and I'll not tell you what my powers are. Yeah, because, like, now we know what our powers are and we understand why. If you think all of us have powers we can make public with no consequences, you're dead wrong. Huh, come on! Why be so defensive about it? Is it a really embarrassing power or something? Nanami should just erase fucking Ron. Ugh, whatever. Kakeru, that plan sucks. Come up with something else. I love him so much. Terrible accent and all. God, it's awful. Anyway. Okay. I do have another idea, but I think this is literally the only other option. We split up into pairs and keep watch on each other to make sure nobody pulls anything funny. But what if there were two traitors and they were buddies? Just saying. Pairs? What's the logic behind that? Why not groups of 3 or 4? We've been split up into teams of 4 from the beginning, right? Obviously, that wasn't enough to stop the last attack. So we have to break it down more, into pairs. Kakeru is like fucking wingman, if you think about it. Because, like, obviously, it's one of those things that you know, but you just, all of a sudden it pops into the front of your mind and you're like, oh yeah, this is how they set up the relationship pairs, right? You know? It's like, oh, I'm with this person. Oh, that's how we're going to build I get a game. Like, smart game. But it's funny because Kakeru's the one who always, like, he's always like, we should break up into pairs. It's like, haha, good job, wingman. You redeemed yourself a little bit, actually. For that reason alone. You're still a sadistic motherfucker, but... Anyway. That's a good point. It does look like that's our best option right now. Is it the best? Oh, it is the best and only option. Kakeru's no fool. He knows no one would agree to exposing their powers. He expected that plan to fail. It was a decoy to play up the next one as more acceptable. Oh, let's put it to a vote. All who are opposed, raise your hand. Only Senri and Nanami raised their hands. I would be surprised if Kakeru had not expected that this would happen. Both of them are among the youngest here, and neither has a strong presence. Senri especially is weak. Nanami already voiced her opinion. Since that was already taken into consideration, I doubt there'll be any further disagreement. Well, the ayes have it. We'll go with Kakeru's plan, so how should we pair off? Good question. How about we let the girls decide who they're pairing up with first? However, girls can't pair up with girls. What if I want what if I want Makoto and Nanami, what if I want Spacey and Spacey to be together? I think that's sexist that I can only pair up with a dude. I'm just kidding. It doesn't bother me either way, but I like looking at the pretty boys. But I'm just saying, I'm not opposed to a female romance option in a game. Or like if I were playing with a dude, I want a gay game. They're, you know. No, not the ones that they're made for guys where you're a girl and you're dating other girls and their boobs are bigger than their heads. No. I want to be a pretty boy and I want to date the pretty boys. Because you know what it is? Well, Makoto's fine, actually. And actually, Nanami's not bad. They don't have the giant anime girl derp eyes that are like the size of saucers that drive me fucking crazy. And I'm like, why do you do this? Like, why do they all look stupid? Koharu. You know. She's the typical MC Otome heroine. I'm really dumb, and my eyes are so big that there's no room for a brain in here. Like, she's kind of cute, but she's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? I'm on the fence. I dislike her because of the typical Otome MC bullshit, but she's actually not terrible. But I still don't... She's like okay, whatever. You can go away. She's too innocent and cutesy, and it just weirds me out, her with Kakeru. It really does. Like, that just seems bad right there, but... Her and Senri work. She works with the lolly boy because she's like the little lolly girl. But, I don't know. Like, at least if you were a boy, you wouldn't be like, you wouldn't have giant saucer. Oh, God. They would have made Serrata like the fucking thing. Ah! No, okay, that's a little too lolly. That's going too far, Japan. Too far. Never mind. I take it back. We're fine with this. Just keep my mouth shut. Anyway. Except for my brilliant ideas about Code Realize and the next fan game where Cece becomes a human and we can date him, and then Deli's an adult and we date him, and like all that shit. Because, like, we've already slipped so far in, we just need to fuck some shit up in that one, so. Just saying. I got ideas. And why not? Yes, and why not? Why wouldn't those be brilliant ideas? Anyway, isn't it obvious? Because two ladies can't have kids together, and neither can two guys for that matter. It can in The Sims if you have MC Command Center, just saying. And you can adopt. Jesus, Itsuki. Get with the times. Alright, in his times. Anyway. Interesting. Should I sew those lips of yours together permanently now? It's gonna be fun when we choose him. After she's like, ugh, I fucking hate you. I choose Itsuki. Seriously. Yikes. There are some logical advantages to pairing up guy-girl. If there's another attack, there'll definitely be a guy nearby to protect the girl. I don't need any man to protect my ass. You're thinking of Koharu, she's the only one who needs protection. Keep it in your pants, buddy. That is very true. I would think you'd be smarter than that, Sequoia. God, so sexist. Anyway. Also, it's highly likely our infiltrator is male. Not going to disagree with you there. There's a higher male to female ratio, so chances are, percentage-wise, yes. Huh. Why do you say that? Well, that's mostly my own personal intuition, so I'd rather not get into details. Hey, you already said this much. You might as well spit out the rest of it. Read that wrong, but whatever. For the love of God, no! I've heard way too many hunches today. If anybody says something, it better be 100% solid fact, or I'm gonna lose it. I'm pretty sure you lose it everywhere. He's so angry. Look at his precious angry face. I love it so much. Anyway, unless you can prove it, shut it. That's exactly what I intend. Since there's a possibility we have multiple infiltrators, we need to have at least one girl keeping an eye on the guys. So the girls will be watching us, eh? Cool. It almost sounds like you're setting them out as a bait to draw the perp out. And, like, you can barely see the look in his eyes. He digs it. What a perv. Anyway. I'm not really. We'll leave the teams and chore rotation the same and set up what night patrols we can, okay? Hold on. My team is only 3 people. If we must pair up, there'll be one person left who has no partner. True, but there's no way around it. We don't have an even number of people on board. This is where they set her up for, because when she's in Natsuhiko's route, she chooses to go by herself, so. Dragging the little guy into this doesn't seem right either. Is everyone okay with leaving someone unpaired? Hell no! Defeats the purpose! What are we gonna do about it? I'll be unpaired. I'll sit in my room and I won't come out. I promise I'll stay right there. That should be okay, right? We'll just have the lone person operate as a reserve unit. Yeah, and if anything does happen, we will immediately know who to suspect. Then whoever is the odd man out will automatically be considered the traitor. It would be kind of hard not to, I think. I guess we'll just have to wait until something happens to see how it plays out. And then we're like, all right, it's Suki. This is also kind of funny, because we're going to pair up with Sakuya. So, when we do that, then it's like, that person's automatically going to be seen as the traitor. And it's like, yeah, because I don't like you. Because Makoto, like, doesn't... Spacey? Doesn't like Itsuki, right? She's like, you. But then when you pair up with Itsuki, it's more like, then you'd think the logic would be, oh, well, then now everyone's going to think Sukuya's a traitor. We know he's not the... Her mentality would be like, I'm going to pair up with Itsuki because no one's going to suspect Sakuya because he's so sweet and wonderful and, like, harmless. I'm really curious about his route because maybe he's not, but you know what I mean? Like, he just seems that way and everyone would be like, oh, yeah, he's not the traitor. We're cool. Like, no one would be worried about him. But, like, when she's going to pick Sakuya, it's like, fuck you, Itsuki. I hope everyone suspects you just because she's so bitter at him all the time. It's great. It's actually really kind of... Like, I feel like Koharu never would have been able to choose, oh, I don't want anyone. Everyone, oh, we're all for, No, she never could have let someone out. Like, be the odd man out and have people suspect them. But Makoto, I don't think would have that problem. Like, And I feel like Nanami couldn't have had the one where she's the odd person out because I don't think she already thinks of herself as a villain. So then she being like, oh, everyone gets to step back to me as being the traitor. I think she'd be, no, I don't want people because my powers are so bad. And oh, God, you know what I mean? Like, she already vilifies herself a little bit with her powers. So, like, Makoto is the perfect person to be like, yeah, go ahead and suspect Itsuki. I don't give a shit. Or, like, you can suspect Sakuya. He's the odd man out, but no one's going to suspect him, so it's cool. He can handle it. Or I'm going to be the odd man out because I know damn well no one suspects me. I mean, the fuck? You know? Like, perfect. Anyway, that was just my theory there. Anyway, okay. You choose, Spacey. Which of us will you pair with? Hey, who said I was going to pair with either one of you? I mean, I have to, but just saying. What? Are you forcing me to name the sacrifice? Sakuya is my childhood friend. We have kept it from everyone, but his powers are not offensive. In fact, he is least likely candidate to be the traitor. See? So when she picks Itsuki, exactly what I was saying. He's the least likely candidate, no one would suspect him anyway. I don't know about Itsuki. He is shallow and lazy. I doubt he could be bothered to even put forth the effort to betray anyone. Neither seemed like a possible traitor to me, but I had to choose. I felt my mouth go dry. And this is no offer. It's an ultimatum. Join me or I will destroy the ship. They all just have normal voices. I've, like, run out. Like, there's too many people. Bang! And then you die. Your power is a gift from the gods. Use it for the sake of your country and your people. I'm gonna, like, make a save. Because I know it's gonna be around here. We gotta make our save up here. So this, we don't really need to, we can save over this. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, I put the right spot. Anyway, I must protect this ship. But what is the correct way to do that? I'm sorry, we're going to save a million times because I want to save it so I don't have to come back. God damn it. Oh, fuck it. All right, I'll do it after. Do I choose to partner with one of these two? Or is there a better course of action? I would have been perfect. Yeah. All right. All right, so this is complete either the Sakuya or Itsuki storylines to unlock this character. I love how it's, like, dark and you're like, I wonder who it is! A flirtatious young man whose constant charm leads others to distrust him. He's always joking around in order to hide his true emotions. We're not picking him because we're not supposed to. We're supposed to. Yeah, see? Recommended because he's least spoilery. An extremely beautiful young man. He's a perfect gentleman whenever a lady is present. His hobbies are telling riddles and reading fortunes. Yes, we are going to choose Sakuya, because he's our buddy. Sakuya and I made a promise to one another. You could say it is a shared secret. Nobody knows of it after all. You could also say that it's a wall. It prevents us both from moving forward, just like one. Vow, limit, agreement, shackles. There are many words you could call it, but we decided to refer to it as our promise. After all, that was the one word that best covered all its possible meanings. This sounds heavy. And it's gonna make you feel guilty for not choosing him down the road later. You're like, I feel bad! We made a promise to him, but, like, fuck that promise. We going after the ass. We're going after Itsuki because we want to get some. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, anyway. Okay, looks like everybody's picked a partner. So here's the pair breakdown. Koharu and Kakeru. Senri and Masamune. Heishi and Nanami. Ron and Akito. Poor Akito. Got it. Great. And now let's all get to know our new partners and have some fun, okay? So, when we were in Kakeru's route, yes, she was... No. Because when we were with Heishi and Nanami's route, wasn't she with Itsuki? I was just wondering if it was always the same. Like, when Koharu is with Kakeru, then Nanami was with Ron. So it's always It's slightly different. Because I figured it would be like the same pairs, but it's not. So, not that it matters. Obviously, like, it's not like if we went down this path again, it would randomly pick the partners. It's always the same in Sakuya's route, but it's not like, okay, the pairs are the same. So when we are in, now we've chosen Sakuya, okay, Koharu and Kakeru, and then Heishi and Nanami, and then when we're with Nanami and we're picking Heishi, then it's Kakeru and Koharu, because she was with Masamune then. And when we were in, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you rotate between those couple pairs, the other girls are always paired up with the same guys. It's not. It's different. So I was just wondering if that was the logic. You know what I mean? But when we were Koharu and we picked Kakeru, Nanami was with Ron. And Makoto was with Itsuki, I think. She's with Itsuki twice because, like, she's never going to be paired off by herself until you go down Natsuhiko's route. So, anyway. I don't know if I read that line, but whatever. We've seen it before. Have fun. Anyway, that's what he said. Got it. Great. Now let's all get to know our new partners and have some fun. Okay, that's what he said. It's a pleasure, Spacey. We are going back to our rooms. We've passed your room. There's a traitor amongst us. Even if you were just going to your room, I cannot leave you alone. Thank you. It is only common sense. You needn't thank me for it. He's like, thank you for picking me. I love you. You know he's like, I mean, this is the hardest because you're like, oh, they're like childhood friends and he's so fucking in love with her. Like, you just know it. Anyway, I think I'd like to go to the library tomorrow. Will you join me? Sure. What do you need there? The bandit who attacked the ship had devices I have never seen before. He caused a lot of damage to the ship using them. A device powerful enough to damage a ship this size. That is definitely concerning. After passing several other rooms, we finally reached Sukuya's. My bouncy ball is like squeaky as fuck. I will see you tomorrow then. Yes, good day. Sakuya and I have been friends since we were children. Our relationship did not feel much different now. Of course, we spent most of our time together when we were still little. As we grew older, we also began to grow apart. It was only once we came on board that we started to spend time together again. He is still much like he was as a child. Sakuya is basically still Sakuya. And nothing has changed. Nothing will change. The two of us will always be as we have been. None of them have the fabulous Lupin voice. I just realized that. I'm disappointed in myself. We should give that voice to Ron. Just because it doesn't fucking fit. Itsuki would be the closest person that would have that, but like none of them seem to have that kind of flair to them. Like you know what I mean? Itsuki maybe. Because we could kind of work in it a little because he's just like he had a voice and then I kind of lost it and I don't really know what's going on with that, but well, miss, actually I think so I gotta work back. That was kind of a little bit of the lilt we gave him. He was a little more frisky and fun in his speech and I've kind of lost it. I don't know. I lose the voices every once in a while. We know this. It just happens. I don't know. It's too many in my head. Oh god. There's not enough room for all of them. Anyway. What sort of book do you think we should look for? A good question. We may just have to rummage through what is here and see what we can find. The library is the place where you go to mac on each other. I know this from other routes. After all, I do not have the foggiest notion what that device is. I reached for a random book on the shelf, but before I could grab it, my hand bumped into another, smaller hand. Oops. It's you, kiddo. You know, I really dislike it when you call me that. It's very condescending. What are you doing here? I did not think these are the sorts of books children usually read. I'm researching this era. Or at least that's what I'm trying to do. But all this library has is cookbooks and storybooks and books on other irrelevant topics. What are you doing here? We have some research to do ourselves. We are trying to learn about that, gun, was it? Guns? Alright, you said you never seen one before. And none of you know about them? Not that I'm aware of. I personally haven't seen one, but I hear that it is a device capable of killing a human with brutal efficiency. It's really funny because he's like, I'm in the past, but he's actually in the future, and they think he's from the future, but he's actually from the past, if you think about it. Probably. I mean, again, it's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, but actually, no, maybe not, because normally, right, they reset the Espers reset the world, so it starts all over. So to them, it's like 1919, was it, right? And him, it's 2019. We'll just pretend. Okay, I don't know what year this game was made, but whatever. So he's like, oh my god, I'm like 100 years in the fucking past. But is he? Is he? Because, well, yeah, you would have to. Well, no, he could technically be from the past because we think it's 2019. They reset the Earth, we all start over, right? So Sarada would forget everything and go back to being like cave child or whatever, right? And then time moves forward. But so it's like, so he could be from the past where, because he knows about gun violence and all the violence, and they're like, the fuck is this shit? We don't have that. But if he's from the future, but he could be from the future because also we know they don't reset the timeline. So they don't reset time. So then there could be all the violence, and then Sarada ends up going back in time. So, like, it's really confusing. With Sarada from, like, here's the past, and then, like, violence gets so worse that all of a sudden they're like, let's reset time! And then now we're here, and Sarada forgets everything. Or they really are here, he's from down here because they didn't reset, and now he pops back here, and it's like a fucking... Which way is the loop? You know what I'm saying? But if he's from the past, quote unquote, they would know about guns. So, yeah, he has to be a direct result of... It's so confusing. It's so much fun, though. It's like, oh god, I love this, because who the fuck knows? It's so confusing. He has to be from the future, though. Because otherwise they would know about guns and shit because he knows about them. So it's not like... Because if he was from here, right, and they got to the point the violence is so bad they're going to reset the world, okay? You know, so... Even if, like, it's at the same time, like, how would they not know about gun violence and everything? It's like, the world is wonderful and peaceful and lovely. We start getting a little violent. They're going to pop in and reset the world, but they don't. Goes on and gets worse. Sarada hops back in time. You know what I'm saying? So that, yeah, that kind of has to be how it works. I just had to think through that because it was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We don't know. Like, we know it's actually the future. So he thinks it's 2019. They think it's 1919, and it's like 3019 over here. Like, you know what I mean? But that's where it gets confusing. But, man. Anyway. Who the fuck knows? Fucking Time Lord is up in here dropping people in the wrong fucking place. Anyway. Not that I'm aware of. I personally haven't seen one, but I hear that it is a device capable of killing a human with brutal efficiency. Huh. So they must really not exist in this era. What is with that reaction? When I told you I did not know of them, you tried to make a fool of me and called me ignorant. Huh. For now, I think we should do as you suggested and look through what books we can find. Like I said, there isn't much of any use in this whole library. Maybe, but it's still worth a look, I think. And so we wandered through the library, trying to find what we could. The kid was right when he said there was mostly cookbooks and books on leisure here. There is even a book of musical scores. Were they expecting someone here to put on a recital? Joy! Wait, is this library just a collection of the books that Hiyoko personally enjoys? Looking around, one book caught my eye. I cannot read the title, but it looked old. It's on the very top shelf. Can I reach it? We were supposed to reach for it. So we will do what the guide says. I stood on my tiptoes and stretched my arm as far as I could so that Sukuya can come to our rescue. Just a little further. If we get a step stool, he'll be like, I'll get it for you. Now we're going to fall into his embrace. Or something. I'm just guessing. Is this the one you want? See, he got it for us. Ha 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 ha. He could come to our rescue like a handsome prince. Here. He finds joy in assisting us.
Hey, you two...
What? You should not barge up to us without announcing yourself first. It is very rude.
Do you two not get along or something? You're acting really awkward around each other.
What does that matter to you? She's embarrassed because she secretly loves him deep down inside. Well, for now, I guess all we can say is that we learned... Well, for now, I guess all we can say that we learned is that this library has nothing but old fables, cookbooks, and hobby books in it, and a bunch of empty fucking shelves.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find any clues here.
Sakuya, did you find anything? No, I didn't find any books or anything, no. But I did find a blank spot that is concerning. A blank spot? Sequoia pointed at the shelves to our left. Dozens of books lined it, except for one space that was unnaturally empty. One? Half the shelf! Like, most of the shelf. 3/4 of the shelf.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty weird too. I wonder what's supposed to be there.
True, it does seem unnatural to have such a large open spot there. But is it really all that odd? You need to have space available on the shelves so that you can put new books, right? No, you just get a whole nother fucking shelf. And then you fill that, and then you get a new shelf, and you fill that. And that is a possibility, yes. But from what I gathered, the books in this library are all organized alphabetically. You see, every shelf is arranged alphabetically from left to right.
Except here. All the books are crammed on the bottom right. They're gonna add new books later. These should be on the top left. And that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes, that's exactly it. And then this open space is not being reserved for new books to be added later. It's the spot left after what was already there was removed, most likely. Why was it removed then? Also, you would leave a little bit of space between each books. Instead of jamming all the books, you would have instead of having 20 books jammed on the shelf, you might have 15, because then, oh, this needs to go here. You could fit a book as opposed to, well, now I need a book to put here, but now I gotta rearrange every fucking thing after because that shelf is jammed. You know what I'm saying? Why was it removed then? I couldn't say.
I noticed other unusually empty spots on other shelves too. None of them were as big as this one, though.
See, small spots would... Oh, I can easily put new books that alphabetized fit in there.
It looked like the books here are shelved using the Dewey Decimal System, right?
Oh my god, kid! What are you, from 1980? What year was this game made? They're like, the what now? Well, first of all, they're like, the what now? Because I don't know if that existed back in 1919. But also, anybody else is like, the what now? Oh! Oh, my old self! Ah! Jesus, I just had a midlife crisis. Oh my god.
The encyclopedias and other general info books are up front, and then come the philosophy books and so on and so forth.
Are you really only a child? How come someone your age knows all that?
Hey, I like going to libraries, okay? Ugh. Oh, what's the topic that comes after philosophy? I can't remember now. I think the topic is supposed to start right here where the blank spot is.
The kid crossed his arms and thought hard, but in the end he couldn't remember. Oh, well, I guess that is all we can learn here.
Sorry, I'll let you know once I remember it.
We came here searching for clues about that bandit, but instead it looks like we have discovered something else just as disturbing. We were ordered on this journey by the world. The world is never wrong, so I had not given it any thought before. But now I cannot help but think there is something odd about this ship. Do you hear my bouncy ball is super squeaky? I think I need to put more air in it. It's making all sorts of noises. Jesus. Anyway. Ah, well, right now, finding and capturing both that bandit and the traitor take priority. By the way, Sarada, where's Itsuki? I thought the two of you had become unofficial partners. Oh my god, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, my bouncy ball is I just moved it, and it's not even and it was crooked. It's a ball. It's supposed to no matter where you sit, but I sat on it, and I'm like, whoa, I feel crooked, yeah, it's leaning one way or the other. I'm literally rolling, depending on how I put it, sitting straight and it's rolling to like the left, or if I spin it around, it rolls to the right. Like it's not balanced properly. What the fuck is going on with this thing? Holy shit, yo! I'm having serious seating issues right now. Anyway, now that you mention it, yes, somebody did say that Itsuki should pair up with the kid.
Oh, him? He's off playing some dumb all-night card game with Heishi. I was invited, but I hate wasting my time on frivolous games, so I declined.
Don't judge me! I feel personally attacked right now. An all-night card game. And don't tell me they're still playing it right now.
Very likely.
Goodness, that bunch is even more immature than the kid. No wonder none of them came to breakfast. I expect they're in Heishi's room. I wouldn't be surprised if Nanami was there too. All-nighters are a drain on one's health. Their exhaustion could make them fall ill. You just want to pat him on the head, you precious, adorable thing, worrying about everyone else. There is no way I will be pressed into caring for a pack of morons who made themselves sick by being foolish. We should put a stop to this. Oh my god, Mom and Dad, right here. Oh my god. Fucking Spacey? Okay. Makoto and fucking Sakuya are the mom and the dad on this ship, and it is just like... Kakeru's the, like, that fucking, like, crazy uncle who your parents are like, eat your vegetables, and he's like, here's some fucking candy. Just fucking with you. Like, you know, you're like, yeah, we love it when Uncle Kakeru comes, he brings us candy. And Sakuya and fucking Makoto are like, I will fucking end you. And he's like, alright, the kids are all hopped up in sugar. Peace out, motherfucker. Koharu is the dog. Huh? 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 What? Huh? What? Huh? What? I forgot what I was doing. Oh, look, my tail. I'm gonna chase it. What was I doing? You know, because she's an idiot. Senri's the moody teenager. I'm just gonna go hide in my room. I don't want to hang out with you guys. Oh god, anyway. I'm done. I just can't go on.
Come on, Itsuki! Don't cock out on me now! We still haven't settled this!
Whatever. I lose, okay? I don't care anymore. Just being overdramatic.
No! Get back up and do this right! I can finally see the gleam of victory at the end of our 300th match! Oh, hey, Spacey! You want to come play too?
No, thank you. I hear that you three have been playing this all night.
Yeah, see, we were having trouble deciding who had actually won.
No, that was decided long ago. You just didn't want to admit defeat, Otomaru. Yeah, if we have to keep playing until Hay wins, we'll be at this forever. I hardly care about who won or lost. A healthy lifestyle requires proper rest, proper nutrition, and a modicum of exercise. Is that how you say modicum? I mean, I get what she's trying to say, but I've never... Modicum of exercise? Huh. English. Man, there's a lot of fucking Jesus. Anyway. A modicum of exercise. She's so the fucking mom. My god. She's more like your grandma. By ignoring not one, but all three of those, you jeopardize your health. I refuse to care for anyone who drives their body. For anyone who drives their body to the breaking point for the sake of foolish games. God, you sound like my grandma. Ow! Oh, that was Itsuki. Ow! Oh! Hey! Why did you have to hit me too? Get it through your thick skulls that you are living in a community now. Nanami, all-nighters aren't good for you. Your slight build means you have more delicate constitution. Delicate? Me? Yes, you should take better care of yourself, okay? Okay. Sakuya, it's like, she's over here, I will fucking kill you! And he's like, sweetie, you need to go take a nap. Do what mom says. Like, fucking... These two together, Jesus. Already. You two should watch out for her more, too. You are her elders, after all. Yeah. Sure. Nanami's already passed out, okay. Oh, and Nanami... Uh-oh, it looks like she's fallen asleep. We ought to take her back to her room. Spacey, could I trouble you with that, please? Itsuki, Heishi, you clean this mess up. Ugh. Now that the adrenaline rush from the match is over, I'm feeling really sleepy. I'll help. Come on now. Let's get cleaning. It's like a card game. How is it going to be that messy? Come on, Nanami. Stand up. This way. There. Now get some proper sleep. Okay. From now on, you are never to stay up all night again. Consorting with idiots will just turn you into an idiot yourself. Nijo. I felt a twinge of nervousness at her words. What was she trying to say about Sakuya? Part of me desperately wanted to know. Part of me desperately wanted to cover my ears. I've never spoken with him before. What's he like? Is he nice? I bit my lip to stop from trembling. Forcibly calming myself, I spoke carefully. Yes, Sakuya is a very nice person, I think. I think? No, I know Sakuya to be extremely kind. I've never met anyone as nice as him. I guess I had the wrong idea. I saw Sakuya in the distance. He might be waiting for me. Then Koharu strolled by near him and promptly tripped over her own 2 feet. Of course she did. But Sakuya did not make a move to help her. The Sakuya I knew would have run up to her right away and asked her if she was all right. Instead, Kakeru appeared. He quickly went up to Koharu and started looking after her. Did Sakuya not move to help Koharu because he knew Kakeru was there? Or perhaps... was it because of our promise? Nanami, did you get some proper bed rest? Why did... Why? Okay, this is a weird... Like, he's talking to Nanami, but then we're saying I'm fine now, but we weren't the one getting bed rest. So this is an awkward... So yes, I'm fine now, thanks? That's really weird. He's not... It makes sense he'd ask Nanami that question, but she's passed out in her bed. But why would we answer like he's talking... Okay, I don't know, that's weird. Anyway. I have no idea what to say. It's more like he should have been asking, like, Nanami, did you put her... Is she getting rest? Yes, she's fine now. I think they translated it wrong. You know what I mean? I feel like he was asking about Nanami, like, Nanami, did you put her in bed? Is she cool? Yes, she's fine now. You know what I mean? I'm just going to go with that's what it should have been. Anyway. Childhood friends. Growing up on such a large estate left us without other playmates. So we played together, just the 2 of us. Always. We were like siblings, I guess. Oh, it's going to make this creepy now. But now, when did we get like this, I wonder? Sarada, what brings you here?
Suki and Heishi are in the kitchen dead to the world. Can anybody do something about that?
What? Sakuya, I thought you were going to take them both to their rooms. I honestly didn't think those 2 would need that level of assistance. Those 2 may be adults in age, but they're anything but in terms of mentality. Treat them like 2 overgrown, ill-mannered children. Understood, grandmother. Sakuya! I'll go take care of them. Ugh. Sometimes you are so unhelpful.
You know, I noticed this back in the library. But when the 2 of you think you're alone together, you really don't talk much.
Of course we talk. You just didn't hear.
If you want to stay ignorant, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, I can tell, though. You know what they say. We kids notice the darndest things.
You only pretend you are a child when it is convenient to you, don't you?
I'm not pretending to be a kid. I am one. I just happen to have a rather high IQ.
What a little smart mouth. Ugh. And this is why I detest children. Oh my god, you speak to my soul, girlfriend. She's like an old lady, and she hates kids. The light on the TV is blinking. What would you like to watch it? I think oh crap, my guide went black. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to watch it this time. Watch! Yes, we are. We got points for it, and hello. A types. Masamune and I have the same blood type.
Yes, that's indeed correct. Well, what do you think? Please let me hear your thoughts.
What is the big deal about having the same blood type? Yeah, I've heard of some blood type personality mumbo jumbo, but I don't know if it's at all credible. About as credible as your zodiac sign, but we still love that shit anyway, right?
That's it?
We're usually under the same category on the ship, so you're not going to get anything interesting out of us. Exactly. We are the only ones on board with common sense. I have no interest in blood types.
Don't say things like that. I mean, you have the same blood type, so in the event you need a transfusion, it's good to know, right?
That, yes, understandable. I hope a situation like that would never arise, but I suppose that is true. Wait a moment. Do we have a donor of each blood type on board? What if we have someone who doesn't have a blood type match?
Nope, there's nobody like that on board.
I see. I am glad to hear that.
Although, come to think of it, Boshi and Koharu apparently don't know their blood types.
What did you just say?
Why are you opening up a map now?
Find the biggest hospital in the area. We need to get them an examination quickly. If they have rare blood types like RH, I'm supposed to be RH negative. Sorry. We will need to secure some donor blood in case a transfusion is necessary. I'm not sure if we'd be able to land in a city anytime soon. We should keep a supply on board in case of an emergency. But where would we even store it? You're not thinking about storing it in the kitchen refrigerator, are you? We don't have much of a choice for now. Let's buy a medical refrigerator. I feel like they're in a panic.
This is the worrywart pairing.
That was the best. HYK Channel 8 A-Types has been added to the Yoko channel. You've earned 30 points. That's fucking hilarious. What? Oh my god! Okay, we need to... Where are we putting this? Oh my god, they're like in full panic mode. Use the points you earned in the Norn9 store. We will later, but I mean... Here's my thing. How do you get enough points to unlock everything? Because you get 100 points for clearing a route. You get 30 points for watching the channel. You only get 130 points. And then there's things and then you're like, but... There's... I don't know, maybe you do end up getting enough, but I was like, oh, I can't do the math in my head of like the 7,000 things you have to unlock, so. I haven't unlocked anything, we'll do all that at the end. Because the little short after scenes and stuff like that, we can do, maybe we'll turn the voice acting on. You know what I mean? So, anyway. So, I thought we should put together a little afternoon social for everyone. I can't wait for the dream sequence again. During one afternoon meeting, Kakeru suggested that idea to all of us. He said we should get to know each other better, that it would be better if we had fun together. He had a laundry list of justifications. What a pointless thing to think of while we have a traitor in our midst. Though, could this simply be a front for a plan of his to flush the traitor out? And that would be a very Kakeru thing to do. Oh, I like that idea. I agree. There's nothing bad about getting to know each other better.
I like it too!
You fucking like everything. One after another, the others started to agree. Of course, in Itsuki's case, I'm certain he had ulterior motives. Yes, Saku. How about you stop clinging to Makoto Spacey! All day and get to know the other girls. I'll pass, thank you. Oh, why? I am not comfortable around large numbers of people. I don't want to either. If you're all going to act all buddy-buddy, leave me out of it. If we can't get everyone to participate, I don't think we should do it at all. It would present the traitor with a perfect chance to operate undetected. That's true. I guess we could table the idea until sometime in the future. Well then, now that we've had our lunch, what shall we do with the rest of the day? I could think of some things, but that's... Makoto's not going for that. I want to go up to the roof. The bandit has shown up there twice. He might have left behind some sort of clue. All right. He's like, oh, okay. Sakuya walked a few steps in front of me. His pace was neither too fast nor too slow. It matched mine with perfect comfort. It was easy to see that he was still looking out for me, even though he couldn't see me. Sakuya is kind, considerate, but I cannot tell him that. When was it that we stopped being able to talk with each other when we were alone? When was it that Sakuya started acting like this? When did he start keeping a slight but very distinct difference between himself and everyone? I knew that answer all too well. Talking when we were alone got awkward because we always had to be aware of our promise. That's also why you stopped. Why we have stopped. Getting too close to others. What is our promise? Like, this is... Right? I mean... Once, when we were little, we took care of a chick that had fallen out of its nest. Remember? Actually, I do remember doing that. One day the two of us had heard a baby bird peeping in one of the estate gardens. I started to say I remembered, then I stopped. What on earth are you talking about? Why would I remember something from that long ago? Remember, Spacey, you were terrified of the worms we dug up to feed it. I was not! I was the one who went out and dug them up! You were so terrified of them that you... yes, that's right. I was so frightened of the worms that I left the care of that little bird entirely to you. When we were young, you were the strong one while I was the frail one. I even thought of you as my elder sister, even though I'm a year older than you. I'm glad that I have the chance to be together with you again. Sequoia, why don't we split up and try searching for clues separately? Without waiting for my answer, Sequoia turned and walked off. No, he knew there was no point to waiting. He knew that I could not answer him. Anyway, I have to look for clues. I don't see anything here. What about over there? The blue sky and puffy clouds were clearly visible through a large hole. If I remember correctly, this hole has been here from the beginning. It's awfully dangerous to leave it like this. I should tell Kakeru to do something about it. Spacey, be careful over there. I'm fine. I'm not going too near the hole. Hurry and step back here. I said I am fine. Oh goodness, you worry too. Sequoia reached out and grabbed me by the arm. Forcibly, he began tugging me away from the hole. He's like psychic, remember? Hey, Sequoia! Let me go already! I am not a helpless child, you know. I am perfectly capable of walking on my own. Yes, you're taller than me. You are older than me. You are a gentleman while I am a lady, but that does not mean you need to worry over me. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Spacey, don't worry. I haven't forgotten our promise. I'm still keeping it. So you needn't worry about me either. I won't ever fall in love with anyone. I promise. We promise never to fall in love with anyone? That's gonna suck when we fall in love with Itsuki and Natsuhiko. I'm just saying! That makes me feel really fucking heartless right now. The promise. Years ago, Sequoia and I had made a certain promise to each other. Secret, vows, shackles, wall. It was all those things and more. We had promised each other that we would never, ever fall in love with anyone. We're gonna fall in love with each other, though, right? I mean, yeah, but this is weird. Anyway, it seems we didn't find anything worthwhile today. Oh, what shall we do tomorrow? That's why he doesn't get around. He doesn't want to be around people. Maybe it would be a good idea to rest for a day. It isn't healthy to brood over something for too long. Why, hello there, you two. How's it going? And tomorrow, I think I will search the second floor. Ah, I see. All right. Hey, whoa! Do you two really have to ignore me like I'm not even here? I do not have the time to spare to talk with a lunatic who only utters filthy garbage. Oh, come on. I was just asking you how you're doing. I mean, ever since everybody paired up, you two have gone off to do your own thing a lot more than before. I was wondering how that's going. How do you mean? See, I kind of noticed this back when we were hanging out as a team. But for a pair of supposed childhood friends, you two don't seem all that friendly with one another. What does that matter? It's clearly none of your business. It kinda is, actually. If you two aren't getting along together, Sako and I could, switch partners to help smooth things out. What? You'd have a blast as my partner. I just know it. You might even dream better at night, too. Because, I do not invest much energy into dreams and empty fantasies. Girl! You're setting us up for this dream sequence so hard. She's like, It's like, Kanetsuki is that face is like, I'ma fuck with you later. Like, come on, at least give it a chance. I know that if you try once, you'd love it. You might even get addicted. He's such a whore. I love him so much. Everything he says is so inappropriate. God. Itsuki took one small, purposeful step forward. A sweet fragrance wafted past my nose. And the more stubborn and strong-willed they are, the harder they fall. Long-fingered hands reached out towards me. Frowning, I attempted to smack the hand away. But before I could make contact, Sakuya. Oh, look at his face. He looks angry. I was suddenly yanked backwards, a flutter of white hair visible in the corner of my eye. Beautiful hair as white as a polished pearl. The next instant, I realized I was wrapped in Sakuya's arms. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I cannot allow her anywhere near your sort. Really now. No matter what. No matter what, I will allow no one to have her. Wow, possessive. Spacey. Oh, there she goes. I guess she really didn't like you touching her, Saku. Well, well. So even the cuddle little rich boy can make those faces sometimes. He's such a meanie. Anyway, we're getting close to time, so we're about at. So I'm going to stop here, and we will continue this in the next part. This is literally going to be like a minute watch, but anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.